Welcome to the English news of Bình Phước radio, television station and newspaper. Here are the headlines for today and I'm Thục Anh. South is striving to become dynamic economic region. Buffalo Fighting Festival excites spectators. Ho Chi Minh City tops nation in FDI attraction in first 8 months. The Politburo has affirmed that the Southeast region and the Southern Key Economic Region are dynamic and creative economic regions, leading in innovation and development and making major contributions to growth, the economy, exports, and state budget revenue, among others.
In addition to the achievements, the Politburo also acknowledged that the Southeast region and Southeastern Key Economic Region haven't fully tapped their development potential. In regard to economic growth, GDP contribution, productivity growth, addressing sustainable industrial development, and overloaded infrastructure networks, and transport, health, and education development. Underdeveloped technology and innovation, and complex political and social security matters are also factors hindering growth. To promote the region into the country's greatest driving force and to realize the 10-year socio-economic development strategy for 2021 to 2030, approved by the 30th National Party Congress, the Politburo agreed to foster efforts for it to become a dynamic hub of the economy, science, technology and innovation, logistics and international finance.
In response to the whole country joins hand for the poor, leave the one behind emulation movement, the Vietnam for the Land Front at all levels in Bình Phước has carried out a range of practical and meaningful activities to help local impoverished people.
The province last year built or upgraded 634 houses, costing nearly 50 billion Vietnamese đồng for poor households in Bù Gia Mập and Hớn Quản districts and Trân Thành and Bình Long towns. The results have greatly contributed to the province program on poverty reduction. Results on inspection show that social housing ensures transparency and satisfies beneficiaries. This year, Bình Phước has 897 poor households, of which 823 qualify to receive support from the program. Among the 823, more than 600 are ethnic minority households.
The annual Tân Khai Temple Buffalo Fighting Festival has opened in Hớn Quản district, attracting thousands of local people and tourists from far and wide.
The 16 buffaloes at the festival were selected from households, farms, cooperatives, and businesses in Bình Phước and other provinces such as Lào Cai, Gia Lai, Bình Dương, and Đắk Lắk. The festival aims to preserve and promote the locality's unique traditional cultural festivals. It's also an opportunity for the province to introduce and promote the image, people, and tourism potential of Hon Quan districts in general, and Bình Phước in particular, to foreign friends and tourists.
Southern Ho Chi Minh City topped the country in foreign direct investment in the first 8 months of 2022, accounting for 16.1% of the national figure, according to the Ministry of Planning and Investment Foreign Investment Agency.
Throughout the reviewed period, 479 new projects were granted investment certificates with a total registered capital of nearly $310 million, marking a rise of 24% in terms of the number of newly licensed projects. Since the beginning of the year, there were a total of over 1,600 approved transactions made in the form of capital contribution and share purchases by foreign investors. Singapore was the largest foreign investor in the southern biggest city, with a proportion of capital making up nearly 38%, followed by Japan and the Republic of Korea. Ho Chi Minh City leads the country in attracting FDI, accounting for 16% of total registered investment capital. The information and communications sector received the majority of investment capital, accounting for nearly 40%, followed by the wholesale and retail sector, automobiles, professional activities, science and technology, along with banking and insurance.
As of September the 7th, more than 4.6 million laborers nationwide has received housing rate support worth over 3.1 trillion Vietnam dong, over 131.46 million US dollar under a recent decision of the Prime Minister, equivalent to 33.3% of the total approved registrations.
According to the Ministry of Labor, Invalids and Social Affairs, over 5 million employees affected by COVID-19 across the country have been improved for the support in accordance with the policy, with a total value of more than 152 million US dollars. As many as 41 localities across the country have completed the disbursement. That's 6 provinces which have disbursed less than 80% of the proposed amount. The decision aims to assist workers who face housing difficulties and to help enterprises maintain production and attract back employees who left the country's production hubs for their hometowns during the COVID-19 pandemic. Under the decision, laborers working in enterprises will receive $22 per person each month, and those returning to the labor market $44.
Vietnam export turnover is expected to reach around 368 billion US dollar in 2022, representing a year-on-year increase of 9.46%, according to the Ministry of Industry and Trade.
The ministry evaluated that the export turnover growth rate would outstrip the government's preset goal of about 8%. On the other hand, import turnover is projected to hit 367 billion US dollars, resulting in a trade surplus of 1 billion US dollars this year. In the second half of 2022, demands for Vietnamese goods are forecast to be on the rise thanks to the enforcement of various free trade agreements. The ministry assessed that Vietnamese exporters have fully optimized FTAs, especially new generation FTAs, to spur exports. In the reviewed period, 29 categories of commodities gained export turnover of over 1 billion US dollars each, such as garment and textile, footwear, seafood, and agroforestry fishery products.
Ethnic minority people in Sơn La province celebrate their lễ mừng cơm mới, new rice celebration in the 8th lunar month as their terrace rice field turn a golden yellow and glitter in the sunshine. The fairyland of the northwestern region attracts a throng of visitors during those days.
Ngoc Chiến Commune, Mường La District, in Sơn La Province, is home to more than 560 hectares of terrace rice fields. Local people are celebrating the new rice festival to express their gratitude towards the ancestors and the gods for bringing them good weather conditions and bumper crops. The festival begins with a rice offering ritual at all homes. They offer the fruitful harvest of their labor to the ancestors and the gods, praying for favorable weather, bumper crops, and good health and prosperity. Visitors have been impressed by Ngoc Chiến Commune's new rice festival, which boasts pristine beauty and highlights the local ethnic minority culture. Local people have preserved the new rice festival for many years, as they wish to educate the younger generation on the value of work and solidarity.
That's all for today on BPTV News. Thank you for your watching and goodbye for now.